Sunita Vishwanath, the self-identifying practicing Hindu who recently claimed not to be linked to George Soros, has been exposed as being related to Jamaat-e-Islami Pakistan. The anti-India activist recently wrote an opinion piece in which she played the victim card. A recent Twitter thread by Osintwa has revealed the Jamaat links of Sunita Vishwanath. Hello and welcome to the Pamphlet. Osintwa wrote on Twitter, Sunita has links to Soros on one end and Jamaat boys on other. Apart from IAMC, she is also linked to Jamaat Front, led by Pakistan origin ringmaster. Jamaat-e-islami or Jamaat, as it is simply known, is an Islamist political party which is based in Pakistan, and it is the Pakistani successor to Jamaat-e-islami, which was founded in colonial India in 1941. Capitalism, communism, liberalism and secularism are all vehemently opposed by Jamaat. Jamaat has been accused of sponsoring jihad in Kashmir and fostering radicalism among Kashmiri youth. Several Islamic terrorists such as Syed Salahuddin have been affiliated with Jamaat or its wings. Now the question arises as to how Sunita Vishwanath is linked with Jamaat-affiliated individuals. Osintwa, in his Twitter thread, further added, multiple organizations in the name of human rights are operating in the US, all facades to control narratives against India. Ringmasters behind all these right ORGs are two JEI fronts, IAMC and Justice for All. JFA is run by Pak's Jamaati Abdul Malik Mujahid. Both IAMC and JFA have been involved in anti-India activities. The IMC was specially complicit in propaganda against India and PM Narendra Modi. Notably, Abdul Malik Mujahid began his Islamist career as head of JEI's Jamiat-e-Tulba. He also leads ICNA, a radical Islamist front that praised terrorist Salahuddin and has strongly lobbied against India in the US. Osintwa further mentions, one of the core members of Mujahid-led fronts in US is Muhammad Abdullah Siddiqui, the founder of the banned terror outfit SIMI, which had aided ISI in its operations against India. The Students' Islamic Movement of India, or SIMI, is a banned terrorist organization that was formed in April 1977. The stated mission of SIMI is the liberation of India by converting it to an Islamic land. This organization of radicals has declared jihad against India, the aim of which is to establish Darul Islam by either forcefully converting everyone to Islam or by violence. Sunita is also a key player of Jamaat's front in Europe. With IMC's Rashid Ahmed, she served as advisor at Netherlands-based foundation The London Story, which influences policymakers in Europe against India and collaborator of its fellow Jamaat bodies IMC and JFA among others. London Story was founded in 2020 in the Netherlands by South Asians Ritumbara Manuve and Imran Wali Ahmed. Manuve is a regular at Jamaat fronts, Save India and IMC. Both have eminent experts C.J. Werleman and Peter Friedrich as their resource persons. The London Story has organized several events with Hindus for Human Rights and IMC, where speakers such as Rana Ayub and Prashant Bhushan were invited. Osintwa tweeted, expectedly, Sunita, Sheikh and Siddiqui are aided by an army of Indian activists. Sunita Vishwanath and her organization Hindus for Human Rights have received support from Indian activists and journalists who have a history of backing from Congress. HFHR along with JFA and IMC have organized events which are intended to harm India's interests abroad. One such event, India on Brink, was organized last year in February, which had Teesta Sitalwar, an anti-Modi activist, as the speaker. Another event on marginalization of Muslims in April this year had the likes of DU Professor Apurva Nand as speaker, who was accused of instigating the 2020 Delhi riots. Anti-Modi journalist and former Amnesty India chief Akar Patel has also been a frequent visitor of events organized by HFHR, JFA and IMC. Amnesty International has a history of peddling an anti-Indian narrative. It has been attempting to undermine India's sovereignty with its lies on Jammu and Kashmir. In 2019, Amnesty India roped in Bollywood actor Nasruddin Shah for a video which claimed of threats to constitution and dissent in the nation, which was a move to influence the Indian general elections. Recently, Amnesty International co-organized a private screening of the BBC documentary on Godhra rights, just 2 days before the Indian PM Narendra Modi's US visit. Notably, Sunita Vishwanath and her Jamaat affiliations had fully promoted such anti-India propaganda events in the US. And let's not forget Sunita Vishwanath's links with Soros. She had claimed of not being linked with George Soros, but the HFHR co-founder has been a former associate director at Soros Reproductive Health Fellowship. Her other organization, Women for Afghan Women, has received funds from none other than George Soros' Open Society Institute and Ford Foundation. Vishwanath has claimed of not personally knowing Soros, but states of holding him in high esteem for his lifelong contribution to protecting democracy all over the world. She also wrote how the recent statement of Soros expecting a democratic revival in India echoed her own heartfelt wish. George Soros and his Open Society foundations have been criticized by many countries for influencing politics and elections. The concern of George Soros to save democracy is shared by several other organizations such as the IMC, with whom Sunita Vishwanath is closely linked. Sunita Vishwanath has fallen into deeper waters as her every claim has been factually rebutted. As of now, she has not clarified on pieces of evidence which boldly prove her links with not only George Soros but Jamaat-e-Islami Pakistan. Thank you. If you like this video, kindly subscribe our channel and do not forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram.